Okay, everybody, I'm going to do a couple more here. I'm on the increase here. In order that this will lie flat. And I put this needle in so that I can see about where my rows are beginning and end. I have stitch markers, but they're all upstairs and I don't want to run up and get them right now. So let's join this one without the label on it. Oh no, where'd this come from? Okay, here's another piece. I'm using up the pieces, remember, so let's go ahead and use this before starting the big one. Bear with me here while I get this lined up to join yarns. Okay, now let me just tighten those a little bit. Alright, and here we go. So we're going to do another 2 and 4 round here. 1, 2, and then we're going to go straight around for 4 stitches and then 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's looking good. Now we're up to 2. So I was thinking, you know, my friend who was diagnosed with breast cancer about 3 or 4 months ago and had her surgery and things, and she called me a couple days ago. She feels so much stress, and now I've sent her a yarn bowl and urged her to get going with this, and given her all kinds of other information as well. And of course, I'm not a doctor, I'm not prescribing anything or suggesting any particular direction for her, except to add crochet to whatever else she's doing, and giving her information on other things. But that's her decision, that's for her and her doctors. I know that no doctor is going to say she should not crochet or do something like this that she wants to. But I reminded her that 80% of all visits to doctors are prompted by something caused or exacerbated by stress. And this is such a great way. Now I just am talking here and lost I need 2 in there, okay. Lost my stitch count. But this, remember, is purely an ad-lib project, so we're fine. 2, 3, 4, and now 2. So, and I reminded her too of the value of color. Color can be very healing, and every individual needs different colors. I've talked before, I know we've talked about not having too much blue because blue can be depressing, and being a little careful with green, and how with children a lot of yellow is so good for learning. But at any rate, so I texted another friend of mine who is out there right now in the neighborhood. 3, 4, okay. And said, you know, just go pick her up some acrylic yarns because they're so colorful. And later on, if she decides she wants to, let me have drawn that a little bit tight when we started, but it'll be okay. If she wants to work in finer yarns, some lovely wools and alpaca and so on, that's fine. But let's get her back into the routine of this, or help her get back into the routine of this, just with some wonderful colored yarn. So she's going to go out probably tomorrow, the day after Christmas, Boxing Day, as they say in British areas, and pick her up some yarn. And we'll get her going, because doing this, your mind just focuses on this enough that it relaxes you from all the other stuff. And I reminded my friend, that I have seen crochet help people get through really serious things, get through serious illnesses like cancer, and through broken romances, and through divorces, and through job losses, and through even moving house. And when you're moving, you think the last thing you have time to do is stop and crochet, but you really need to do it for a few minutes at a time, because you just get so much more done after it. It's a matter of your own well-being and health. I think doing something like this is just as important for people's health, physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, as your food and exercise. Stress reduction. Let's see, I did 4 there, 3, 4, okay. 2 here. Two, then 1, 2, 3, 4. So, never to feel guilty about grabbing a few minutes and doing this. As I say, it's just as important as food and exercise, and I would say as taking your prescriptions even, because it's like a prescription for general well-being. Can be added to anything. Here's the thing, no adverse interactions. And it's a great thing to have going on in the household. If you've got people in your household who love to follow sports, and I like some sports, but I'm certainly not a sports fanatic, but when people love to follow sports, this enables you to join in with them. Have your crochet there. You're doing it in your lap, or you're knitting, and you're doing it in your lap. And if there's something really exciting going on the screen, you just have to pause for a minute, look at the screen. You're right there with them. You can join in the cheering, or the oh, or the gasping, or the whatever is going on for your whatever team they're following. And the great thing is, it's a togetherness thing, but you don't feel like, oh, I'm really not interested in this game, but what am I going to do? You're doing what you want to do, while they do what they want to do, and everybody's happier. It's good for you, it's good for them, it's good for the family. Okay, we're halfway around this round. Here was our beginning. We're directly across from our marker there. And we're almost going to have to join yarns again here. Let's drop that and join our yarn right here. Let's see how we're going to pull this one. I think we'll go from this side, okay. And I'm going to stuff this in here at this end. Stuffing this in at this end so we don't have to bother with that. Okay. It's 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now this yarn that we have now may get us all the way through to the end of this hat. Who knows? There's quite a lot here on this opened but leftover skein. So we'll see. 1, 2, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, it's kind of that gentle counting and repetition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And it's just lovely. So here's 1, 2, so I was telling my friend, she said, oh, it's been so many years since I've done any crocheting. I said, don't worry about it. Our other friend is there to help you remember, and there's the internet, and there's everything, books and internet, and all of us, and just call me up and I'll help you through things. And not to forget, I reminded her of this too, you used to do it years ago. That's still in the muscle memory of your hands. Once you get going, she says, well, I think I can make a square. So, okay, right. Once you get going, that muscle memory will re-engage. And it's like riding the bicycle, It's like you never left it. Okay. Okay, we're making it. Here's our beginning over here, and we've got about a third of the way to go. 2, 3, 2. Now we're at our 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to try something. This is kind of sideways. Let me move this so that it's more facing. Okay. To see if I can move and it can move so that we can get this so that you see what I see. Can you see what I see? Let's see here. Okay, we're up to a 2. Now, 4. I don't know if that's any better or not. 1, 2. Well, our yarn walked right up to us, didn't it? 3, 4. That's not any better. Might be worse. Let's move it over here. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2 in the same stitch. Now we're getting to our 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 in that stitch. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, now let's make a couple. That's plenty of increasing for the time being. And let's do our measurement. What have we got here? We're at 10.5. I'm going to do something here. Bear with me. The camera won't pick this up, but okay, I think we need to go another full round. Make it a little, we were right in the first place. Needs to be a little bigger here. So we're going to just keep going around now. 1, 2, 3, Okay, it might be time to get our rock out again here. But in the meantime, let's just pull a little yarn, have it on the table up here. Okay, and we'll just go around. I don't know what I'm going to make for dinner tonight. I have to think about that. As soon as we finish this, which I should stop pretty soon now, I better go see what's happening. Since we already did our Christmas celebration, we have loads of desserts and things all left over, so that's not a problem. But I do need to figure out, and we've got lots of salad, lovely salad, and some breads, and but I do need to figure out what I'm going to do for an entree tonight, so that'll take a few minutes when I get upstairs. Okay, let's stop here for now. We certainly have enough tails to weave in there. That's what happens using up yarn, but that's fun too. Okay, I will see you either later today or tomorrow, and be happy, keep crocheting all together. Bye-bye.